Alright guys, welcome back. This is episode 49 of the show. It's M.A. Larson, Ponyville Confidential. This is going to be a good one. I really think. I've seen this, again, I've seen most of these episodes live. This one was a really good one. This is a really, really, really good episode. So, let's see what we got here. If I have enough time. Probably not. Yeah, I'm really against the clock here, guys. It's really late. I got started a little bit too late, so yeah. I'm gonna have to really finish up really hurrying. We gotta really hurry in these episodes. I only got this one and the next two, so I got about like another 3 episodes left, maybe. Anyway, so the Cuban Crusaders joined the school newspaper in another attempt to earn their marks. Originally, Appleton just said, "Hey, newspaper, I know what we can do." Oh, wait, I gotta go. Well, what could it be? What can we do with this newspaper? They try everything that has to do with newspaper, except for join newspaper. And then Apple Bloom tells them, like, "Oh no, I meant to join the newspaper club." And they're just like, "Well, you could've just told us that. Like, really, we had, like, paper boats, paper boat hats, we made paper nests, like, origami, like, seriously." Anyway, they find it hard to please editor-in-chief. It's editor-in-chief, not editor. Diamond Tiara. And none of their hard work in journalism is appreciated. Applejack tries something that has to do with the history of the Apple family. Sweetbelle tries to do something that has to do with Rarity's fashion line. And Scootaloo just tries to do something that has to, that is related to a brand new family of birds. Diamond Tiara wants juicy stories, and when they finally write a gossip column about snips and snails, it seems to earn her respect. She asks them to continue writing the gossip column under the pen name Gabby Gums, and the Phillies set out to find more news. So basically, this goes from, trying to think on this one here. Trying to make a good joke here. What would be a good joke? This goes from, like, Time Magazine to TMZ Magazine. Just like that. Really? So yeah, the column about Snips and Snails was that they got bubblegum stuck on both of them. It's like literally, Snips is back, gum, and then Snails is back. So, that's bad. Anyway, yeah, the Gabby Gums idea was theirs, not Diamond Tiara's. Basically putting, Apple Bloom, Sweetbelle, Apple Bloom, and Scootaloo was too long to say, by Sweetbelle, Apple Bloom, and Scootaloo, and I guess they couldn't use by the Cuban Crusaders, because no one would know who they are. So they decided to shorten it to by Gabby Gums. So they made up a fake name, basically. Anyway, when all of Ponyville starts talking about the new Gabby Gums column, the Ponyvillians find it amusing at first. Really, it's just Rarity. She starts snooping in Sweetbelle's bag. Sweetbelle doesn't like it, but Rarity says, "Gabby Gums is amazing, let me show my friends." All of them say, "Sure, why not?" and then everyone gets into it. And they start posting really funny stuff. Then it gets a little bit personal. But the Gabby Gums trio takes the stories too far when they target Twilight Sparkle and her 5 best friends. I don't really know what they all are, but it goes from, like, the cake splitting up, the mayor having hair dye, Celestia having a cake-eating problem that we would later see in in the next episode. And each of the other ones get their own thing. AJ sleeping on the job. Big Mac still has that Smarty Pants doll from 20 episodes ago. Yes, it's been 20 episodes since Lesson 0, so what? Dash is now being looked upon as a girly girl now, just because she tried to get her hooves filed at the spa, but unfortunately she didn't like to get her hooves touched. So, sensitive hooves. I wonder if that's common enough. So that's really, really weird. Anyway, what else? Twilight Sparkle, I was once a teenage snob, and then, Spike actually got to call him first, and he's like, oh, so sophisticated, but Diamond Tiara's like, no, I want stories about blah, 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 and then it's like, outside source, Spike, for the Twilight thing. What else? Pinkie Pie, out of control, party freak, that she admits is true. Fluttershy has tail extensions, which is weird. And then Rarity finds out that she has basically posted, and I say posted like published, but she has basically posted on the newspaper her entire diary. So, and then Rarity puts the pieces together and realizes that Gabby Gums is at least Sweetie Belle. Maybe not her friends, but at least it is Sweetie Belle. Sweetie Belle has something to do with it, at least. She confronts her, all this crazy stuff happens, and then the crazy stuff happens. The really crazy stuff happens. As they're now trying to get away from that and are like, let's just talk to these guys, let's actually have something, let's just tell the truth now. Let's have their opinions on the subject matter. They won't talk to them. Fluttershy's too sad. Rainbow Dash is just making it rain on them. AJ's really mad that she can't say anything but nope and yup like Big Mac. And now Big Mac is literally talking like Applejack, so he's got this gigantic line saying, you should be ashamed of yourselves, making fun of us like that, and embarrassing us. We don't want to talk right now, so why don't you just take your little gossip column and go away? So, Peter Newt does a better job than I do. What else? Pinkie Pie's apparently out of the question. I don't know what happens to Pinkie Pie, but she's apparently out of the question. Rarity is already out of the question as well, because she's mad at Sweetie Belle, so why would you want to talk with the rest? And Twilight has put a gigantic force field around the library, so they cannot get in. All harsh. They tell the problem to Diamond Tiara, and she doesn't care. As it says here, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. When Rarity's private diary ends up in the column, the 6 friends realize it must be Sweetie Belle's doing. At least Sweetie Belle. Her 5 best friends. At least Sweetie Belle. With Gabby Gum's true identity revealed, Sweetie Belle, Scootaloo, and Apple Bloom are ashamed, and none of their friends will accept their apologies. Diamond Tiara wants them to continue writing the column, threatening to blackmail them with embarrassing photos if they refuse to comply. See, in the beginning when they did those original stories, Featherwing, I don't know, he got his cutie mark first out of everything. The thing is, he sort of helped with getting photos of literally everything. But before he did that, before he got photos of, every single thing that the Cutie Mark Crusaders did, he got photos of the Crusaders themselves. Really sneaky, if you ask me. He took a photo of Sweetie Belle wearing an outfit that Rarity had whilst she was trying to get a story. And a picture of Apple Bloom being so embarrassed by a photo that Granny Smith showed her of Apple Bloom as a baby. And a photo of Scootaloo, who fell from the tree, landed in a pile of mud, and is literally just like a centimeter or so off the ground, with her little dragonfly wings just buzzing a mile a minute, just like... I can't do it, like... Not like... like... Just like embarrassing, So, blackmail! Toasty! Anyway, it's time for the Cutie Mark Crusaders to come up with a plan. They write one last column, which is the friendship lesson, an open letter to Ponyville, issuing an apology and explaining how their desire to earn cutie marks spiraled out of control. They realized that their friends are far more important than earning their cutie marks. Remember that. And here's the actual article. To the citizens of Ponyville. For some time now, you've been reading this column to get the latest dirt and the hottest buzz. But this will be my final piece. We want to apologize for the pain and embarrassment we've caused you. You see, I'm actually 3 little fillies. Sweetbelle, Apple Bloom, and Scootaloo. As the popularity of our column grew, we got swept up in the hype. By the way, in the background, the ones who are reading this are, I guess, switching between the 3 of them. Not just one person or an entirely different voice that's supposed to be Gabby Gums. Swept up in the hype. We knew that what we were doing didn't feel quite right, but we ignored the guilt because every pony seemed to want to read what we were writing. From now on, we promise to respect every pony else's privacy, and we won't engage in hurtful gossip anymore. All we can do is ask for your forgiveness, Ponyville. Signing off for the very last time, XOXO, Gabby Gums. The episode doesn't end there. Everyone basically apologizes to them, at least the main 6 do. Everyone's just finally saying, alright, you've learned your lesson, girls. Don't do it again. We accept your apology. Cheerilee finds out about this and demotes Diamond Tiara from editor-in-chief to ink pony. The pony who does the putting the ink on the pieces of paper that is the newspaper. The one who originally had that job is now the photographer, who was originally Featherweight. So now Featherweight's knocked out. So where's Featherweight? Featherweight, of all ponies, is now the editor-in-chief of the I forget the name. They don't say it in the book, but they definitely say it in the episode. I forget what it is. But he's now the new editor-in-chief. Diamond Tiara is left to look at the camera angrily. Camera fades. Na 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 na. Episode over. Thoughts on this episode? I really enjoyed it. There was a question posted on Equestria Daily when that episode had its review. How did Diamond Tiara do for this episode? Answer to me, Diamond Tiara did an average job. Now that doesn't mean it's bad, but that just means she did what she would have normally done. She never really changed for me, minor villain wise, I'd say that she's one of the worst. And what I mean by that is minor villains, the best minor villain is Trixie, but the lower on the list you go, they were worse and worse at being a minor villain, So that's what I mean, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon are really bad at being minor villains. But, that's just how they are. And this episode didn't change anything, but still, other than that, pretty good episode. I liked the idea of gossip being the big topic. It was fun to watch, hilarious at times. It sort of cringed me some time to time. Also, Trixie shows up in the episode a bit. Might want to find that. Out of 10, I gotta do this quickly, 8.8. It's a really good episode, and I think a lot of people should watch it. Alright guys, so that's episode 49, which means up next, episode 50! And it should be the second to last of the night, maybe. So episode 50 is up next, we did it! It's Mystery on the Friendship Express. Of course, pony version of that one book by Agatha Christie, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, see you guys for that episode. Let me know what you guys think of this episode in the comments. I'll see you guys for the next one. Later.